Welcome to our series of how to keep moving when we're stuck at home. My name is Karen Ross and I'm a fitness instructor, personal trainer, aquafit instructor with Clarington. Okay, so the first one in the series of 4 key exercises for strength training. And you don't need anything to do these exercises. You are the equipment. These are all body weight. So it's a lunge. It's called a pendulum lunge. Hang on to something if you need to. I'm going to start with my right foot. I'm just going to show you the right, and you're going to go to the left on your own. So you want to make sure you're holding on to something if your balance is challenged. And you're going to step forward, strike with the heel, and you're going to sink down into that lunge position. You come back, tap down if you need to, and then you're going to lunge back, sink down. You keep the heel off of the floor as you step back, only the ball of the foot. This foot is flat. One more time, challenge your balance if you choose by not tapping down. Sink, come back, and sink. So that is a pendulum lunge. So you would do 4, 5, 5 to 10, whatever you want on one side using your right foot, and then you would turn around and do the same thing with the left, stepping forward, sinking down, coming back, tapping down if you need to, and then sinking down through that back lunge. The next exercise that we're going to do is going to work the inner and outer thighs. So we work the fronts and the backs a lot. Natural movement gives a lot of work to the fronts and the back. But the insides and the outsides of the legs, they kind of struggle. So very, very simple. Depending on your range of movement and your current level of strength, you're just going to come side to side. You're pushing your bum behind you, right? If you want bigger range of motion, you start using your arms. To take it down, to really, really challenge that movement, you come all the way down. Just side to side, side to side. Breathe. So you're going to feel the insides and the outsides of those legs. There's core work involved here too. And again, the more body parts you get going, I've added some upper body work just by reaching forward as I come over. So that is our side to side lunge. Okay, so push-up is one of the key strength training things that you can do for the upper body. Upper body strength is really important to maintain, especially as we get older. Most people think of a push-up, you go from your toes. If that's the way you do a push-up, cool. Not the way I do a push-up. All right, I'm going to show you several modifications down on the floor, and then I'm going to show you a wall push-up as well. So, several modifications. I'm going to start down on my tummy. The further away my hands are from my head, the easier it's going to be. So I'm just going to push up and bring it back down. To make it harder, I'm going to bring my hands closer. I push up a little bit more. Keep your spine straight and strong. Keep your belly button pulled in toward your spine. Bring it down. To make it harder, I bring my hands under my shoulders. I'm pushing up to my knees and coming back down. As long as you're getting the work in the muscles that require you to use for a push-up, you're still doing a push-up. So those are some modified push-ups, and I will show you how to do a push-up on a wall as well. Okay, so we did our push-up, modified push-ups on the ground. You do that push-up from your toes, from your knees, however you can. If you've never done a push-up in your life before, you have to start somewhere, right? This is where you start, on the wall. It doesn't make it any less effective. It just makes it all the more doable. So you're going to put your hands out in front of you, shoulder width apart. You don't want to be too wide. You don't want to be too close. So shoulder width apart is good. And you're going to walk yourself up to that wall. Your hands are on the wall. Now we're going to go to the lower body. You want to come away from the wall a little bit. And it's your nose and your forehead that are heading toward the wall, not your chin. A lot of people try to reach. So your forehead and your nose are heading toward the wall. Keep your spine nice and straight and let your heels just lift off the floor. You don't want to lift them like so, but my heels are going to come off the floor naturally as I move forward. So here I go. My forehead is heading toward the wall, and then I push away. Always, always control your movement, nice and slow. So there you go. There's a modified push-up. You can also do these off of the edge of your kitchen counter. That's how I wait for my kettle to boil. So I will do push-ups off of the edge of my counter. So the stronger you become in that upper body, the lower to the ground you can become. So start on the wall if you've never done push-ups before. So the last exercise in our 4 exercise strength training video is, I call it a ground to sky. It's been called many, many different things, but I call it a ground to sky. And again, there are modifications. So what you're going to do is you're going to get into a low squat. You're going to touch the ground, and then you're going to reach to the sky. Touch the ground, reach for the sky. This is a modified ground to sky. If you want to amp that up, I'm going to take it down, I'm going to touch the ground, and then I'm going to add a pop-up at the top. So I'm working my cardio as well as every big muscle chain in my body. So that is our final exercise. Got my heart rate up a little bit there as well. So thank you for joining us. Please keep moving. Stay well, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you on the other side.